O Israel. The call never died. From the south, the lost sheep rise. From Mississippi soil where the history haven't changed in the land, but the promise still steady. Names got taken, truth got buried, but the word still breathing, never went missing. Lost sheep scattered, still hear the tone. Shepherd calling, saying bring them home. Not a rumor, not a myth. Ancient bloodline covered in stitch, no crown on head, no throne in sight. But kings still walk when they live upright. Priests in order, hearts in check. Walking the path of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek. Hey, stand righteous, stand correct. No beginning, no end, we set. Walk in truth, no disrespect.
Order of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
From Tupelo we represent.
From Tupelo we represent.
Israel rise.
Remember that.
Remember that. Not here for hate, not here for noise. Here to rebuild men, women, boys. From prison walls to broken homes. Still hear our voice through flesh and bone. Teach the law, apply the way. Faith works, lived every day. Not traditions handed down, but ancient paths we walking now. 12 tribes breathing, still intact. Truth don't change, that's fact. Scattered, warned, and gathered again. Written long before the pen.
Order of Melchizedek. Hey, stand righteous, stand correct.
Here, O Israel. The call never died. From the south, the lost sheep rise. From Mississippi soil where the history haven't changed in the land, but the promise still steady. Names got taken, truth got buried, but the word still breathing, never went missing. Lost sheep scattered, still hear the tone. Shepherd calling, saying bring them home. Not a rumor, not a myth. Ancient bloodline covered in stitch, no crown on head, no throne in sight. But kings still walk when they live upright. Priests in order, hearts in check. Walking the path of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek. Hey, stand righteous, stand correct. No beginning, no end, we set. Walk in truth, no disrespect.
Order of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
From Tupelo we represent.
From Tupelo we represent.
Israel rise.
Remember that. Remember that.
Not here for hate, not here for noise. Here to rebuild men, women, boys. From prison walls to broken homes. Still hear our voice through flesh and bone. Teach the law, apply the way. Faith works, lived every day. Not traditions handed down, but ancient paths we walking now. 12 tribes breathing, still intact. Truth don't change, that's fact. Scattered, warned, and gathered again. Written long before the pen.
Order of Melchizedek. Hey, stand righteous, stand correct. No beginning, no end, we set. Walk in truth, no disrespect.
Order of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
From Tupelo we represent.
In Tupelo we represent.
Israel rise.
Remember that. Remember that.
Who are we?
Israel.
What we teach.
Truth. Why we here?
Wake the lost sheep. Order, discipline, restitution, not confusion, restoration. No corner prophets, straight swing, no water down, truth or name. Study the word, live it out, let correction cast pride out. Fathers restored, mothers strong, families healed where it went wrong. Not perfect men, but hearts aligned, learning obedience one step at a time.
Order of Melchizedek.
Stand righteous,
Yeah, stand righteous.
stand correct.
Lost sheep pride, chains disconnect.
Covenant people.
Never reject. Order.
Covenant people. From the south to where you at.
From the south to where you at.
Israel, wait, don't you forget.
Israel, Melchizedek.
It's the order. Mutually remember. This is remembrance. This is order. This is the call.
To the hall, to the lost sheep.
Israel lives. O Israel.
Here we go.
All right, can y'all hear me? I sound loud and clear.
Shit, loud and clear. Hebrew, Shabbat Shalom,
Yes,
Shabbat
sir.
Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, family. Welcome to the Shabbat class, the Shabbat morning class. Um, Hope everybody's having a blessed Shabbat, getting that proper rest, spending that time with the Most High. Today we got a good class coming up. Let me see. The title of the lesson for today is Rome the Rome the Empire that executed Christ. Rome the Empire that executed Christ. And we want everybody to chime in, get your pen and your paper together, get your sword out, follow us in the scripts. You know, it's best that you study to show yourself approved so you know this information for yourself instead of it just being told to you and you only getting it on a surface value. So follow along as best as you can. Once again, I pray that everybody's having a blessed Shabbat. And before we get started, we are not a hate group. We do not push hate towards any select group or any particular person. We teach out of the King James Bible with the Apocrypha, and any video that we use will be fair use. Fair use. But now that we done got all the subs and the mentions out the way, let me introduce the brothers on the panel for the Shabbat lesson this morning. At the bottom, we have the excellent elder brother Eliyahu in the building. Shalom, Hebrew.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, family, Most High in Christ bless. May the Most High continue to bless each and every one of you all. Blessed be the name of the Most High, Yah, His only begotten Son, Yahushua Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. However you say his name, Jesus the Christ, as some know him as. But we come here today before y'all on this holy Shabbat day, getting ready to soak in some of this food that the brothers finna come out with, man. So Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Get your pen and pad ready, like Ox said, and sit back and relax and that's like they say, enjoy the show. Most High in Christ bless each and every one of y'all that's on the panel and listen, and that's on the chat that's listening in and on the panel. Peace and blessings to y'all. Shalom.
All praises, all praises, all praises. And last but not least, we have the teacher for the morning. No other than the great Stephen of Israel. Shalom, Hebrew.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God and His Son, Yahweh Shai, who He gave for the house of Israel that we may have life and have life more abundantly. I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Him this morning. I want to say Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in the house of Israel that scattered to the four corners of the earth. We are your brothers from Mortimer, Melchizedek, Tupelo, Mississippi, along with our brother and elder Eliyahu out of the great state of Texas in the building. So, family, hey, get your sword out, get your pen and your pad, get you something to write with, take these scripts down. We will be referencing different books this morning. So make sure you write these books down. If you don't already have them, I'm sure most of you all will probably have these books in your library. But man, we got a great lesson, and I just really ask the Most High to fill each and every one of us this morning with His holy ruach. For the brothers on the panel, I pray that He will put His word in our lips and in our hearts, that we will speak His words and not our own. Also rebuking any spirits of nervousness or doubt or anxiety or Any negative spirits that we brought with us from throughout the week, we just ask that the Most High will bind them right now in the name of Yeshua Hamashiach, and that He would just fill us with His Holy Spirit, that we can do His will according to the way He would have us to do it this morning. Brother KG, if you want to get cocked and loaded, we'll be starting out in the book of Daniel chapter 7 this morning. And let's start at verse 1, and we'll use that entire chapter to open the lesson up this morning,
Okay.
to lay the foundation for the lesson that we have for you all today. I just want to start out and say that long before the birth of Christ, the prophet Daniel, he saw a vision of 4 beasts rising from the sea. The 4 beasts was described as dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. Now, historically, that great iron kingdom would later become to be known as Rome, or the Romans. Rome did not begin as this huge, gigantic empire. It began as a small settlement, and most people don't even know this, but it started in Italy. And later it absorbed the Greeks and their culture. And it began to take on this Etruscan structure. And then after that, after absorbing the Greeks, they eventually started to conquer the known Mediterranean world. By the time of Christ, Rome controlled Judea politically and militarily and economically. But Rome's role in the history of our people is deeper than just politics. And we still are under the Roman Greco rulership even to this day. Rome was the kingdom that was in rulership, as the title says this morning, when Christ was executed. Rome was also the kingdom that destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD. Rome was the kingdom that was responsible for scattering our people among the nations. It absorbed the Greek religions, and it rebranded all of their pagan gods into the things that we've been discussing, all of the brothers, lesson after lesson after lesson, ever since the folly days. We've been talking about these pagan gods that came from under the Roman Greco rulership. And all praises to the Most High, because, man, these lessons are all just tying together. And then Brother Mikael got a lesson that he gonna bang with on the Greeks, and then Brother Eliyahu got a lesson where he gonna bring it all together. So, hey, y'all stay tuned. This thing is only gonna get better and better, and more information is gonna continue to come out. It also elevated the Idumean rulers like Herod and put him over Judea, which was the lesson Brother KG just got finished with. So in this lesson, what I want to do is just examine the lineage and the progenitors of who the Romans are, and show the Greek connection to Rome, show the connection to the Idumeans, the Herodian dynasty, Roman rulers, and how they played their roles in the house of Rome. I want to show Rome's part in the crucifixion of our sent Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, whom the world calls Jesus Christ. How they destroyed the holy city of Jerusalem. And I'll also show how Josephus wrote down through history and gave his testimony. And we'll be reading from this book, Josephus, The Essential Writings. And we'll be referencing this book this morning. So if you have this book in your library, hey, break it out and read along with us. We'll be talking about the antiquities of the Jews and the Jewish war. And we'll also reference the book From Babylon to Timbuktu. And I have a few references from the book, The 13th Tribe, written by Arthur Koestler. Now, the scriptures that we'll be bringing out will support all of this information that we'll be bringing out from said references. So with that being said, family, let's dive into this thing. Brother KG, let's get started in that Daniel chapter 7 Hebrew, and we're going to read to verse 28.
All right. Daniel chapter.
Before you start, Eliyahu or KG, do you, either one of y'all brothers got anything?
I don't have nothing right now. I'm listening in.
Okay, all praise.
Same here, bro. Same here, bro. Daniel
right.
chapter 7 and verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man. And a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had three ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. After this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it four wings of a fowl. The beast had also four heads, and dominion was it given to it. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong.
Okay, stop right there. Now, family, I want y'all to pay close attention to this fourth beast right here where we've at, where we at right now. Pay attention to this beast, because out of the four, this is the beast that this lesson right here is focusing on. So pay attention to this scripture right here very closely. Go ahead, Hebrew.
All right, Daniel chapter 7 and verse 7. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Stop right there. So we look right here, and Daniel said, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. Now, the Ancient of Days that we're talking about here is the Most High. So in this vision, Daniel saw the Most High, and the hair on his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. So this vision that Daniel is having is coming from the Most High. This is a vision given directly to Daniel from the Most High. And that's the reason why Daniel is so able to break this thing down into fine detail. He ain't leaving nothing out. And the description words that was used for this fourth beast, if you look at them right there in verse 7, it says, and after this I saw the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. If you brothers and sisters have been paying attention to what's going on in the Middle East right now, the United States have begun to gather their military might in the Middle East. They're dropping off all manner of equipment. Um, these cargo planes are landing, and these ships are coming in, and they're bringing all type of technology and missiles and ships and planes, bombers and all type of things into the Middle East. They're getting ready to start a war with Iran. And right here where it says they were strong exceedingly, this is what the scriptures are talking about. Their military might is extraordinary. These people have technology that you can't even imagine. You can't even fathom the things that these people have to use against other human beings on this earth. These people are exactly what the Bible described them out to be. They are beasts. I didn't say it, the scripture said. It said, I saw a beast come out of the water. And this beast was exceedingly powerful. It said, and it had great iron teeth. You look at this stuff that these people have, this technology that to make blood run out of your eyes and your ears and your nose. These people have invented weapons of destruction. They spend trillions of dollars a year just on military might, and that's what this scripture is speaking about. When you come up against this beast right here, you better be ready, because they coming with all manner of stuff that you can't even imagine they got. I wish I had the video to share with y'all, but they had this company to create this suit that they soldiers can step up in it. It's like it's kind of like some clothes standing up. And when they get in it and they bag into it, it wrap around their body. And once they're in it, it starts to follow their thoughts. And whatever their brain tells their body parts to move, this machine automatically do it. And it gives them like 1,000 times the strength of a regular man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like they called it, like Brother Warrior just said, it's an exoskeleton suit. And
That's
this
what it is.
in this exoskeleton suit, brothers and sisters, it enhances all basically what, like Brother Stephen said, whatever your brain can process into doing, like almost like a superhero. Whatever a superhero can do, once you get in this suit and you think about what you're trying to do, you will be able to execute certain moves that the human body is not normally capable of doing. And just to add on to what Brother Stephen is saying, we have to understand that even we can go back. That's right, Sister Brenda Hill, just like the Terminator, except there's no metal flesh on the inside. It's flesh inside of a metal suit, or a special material type suit. But like even in the times of the Nazis, um they have taken scientists even from that time up until this point, from different locations, different areas in the world, and put them all in this one location. For an example, Area 51. They put them in places like this, and they have them working on these types of weapons that Brother Stephen is telling y'all about now. This has been going on for decades, and it's still going on today. That's why they have the technology that they have. But I digress. Go ahead, brother. Still.
You can pick back up. You can pick that script back up where you stopped at.
All right. Shalom, brother Yedidiah.
Shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Shabbat shalom, Hebrew. All
Shabbat
praise to the
shalom.
Most High.
Man, all praises. Hey, just real quick, bumping before y'all continue. You know, the phrase "men of renown" from back in the day. You know, they're trying to get themselves prepared for war with the Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they keep trying to do this stuff, because you know we already know that those giants are gonna come back, and they're gonna have to deal with Israel, because you know. I don't understand how people don't understand how we are the greatest athletes, the fastest, strongest people in the world, and they want to put on another people, but it was Israel that was taking out the giants.
That's right, bro.
Abraham that was taking out the giants. So that's why they got to keep us down where they are, but they're starting to come out with all this stuff because we're waking up to who we are. I digress.
All right, we stopped at verse 10. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. I beheld then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed, and given to the burning flame. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days. And they brought him near before him, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages shall serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed.
All praise to the Most High. So we see right here, Daniel saw the Most High give his son all power and dominion over everything, right?
That's right.
This is why you when we were growing up, even though our elders didn't really understand this scripture like we do today, they used to say things like, Christ got all power in the palm of his hand. See, it's scriptures like this right here that they were referring to. You know what I'm saying?
Shalaki, real quick.
Go ahead.
You got Second Ezra in your lesson today?
Bring it out. Go ahead and bring it out.
You had just said something about the elders, didn't totally understand all of it. Second Ezra 12 and at verse 10, if somebody can give it from me, read it down until about, let's read it down about 5 scriptures. Read it down about 16.
All right, give it to me. You said Second Ezra 12.
Yeah, Second Ezra 12 and around, start at verse 10.
Okay.
Well, matter of fact, start at verse 8.
Okay. Second Ezra chapter 12 and verse 8. Then strengthen me and show me thy servant the interpretation and difference of this fearful vision, that thou mayest perfectly comfort my soul.
This is what Ezra said. Like this is Ezra is asking about. This is the same vision that you just read in Daniel that Ezra is talking about right here, real quick. But it wasn't complete. Daniel understood, and like Stephen said, explained it in detail what he saw. But for him to get the understanding of it, he had to Ezra ask for it so he can see what it is, because Daniel didn't fully grasp all of it. So again, we got the scripture to say we prophesied in parts. So we don't have all of it, but all of it will come together. Come on.
Verse 9. For thou hast judged me worthy to be shown the conflicts of the last time. And he said unto me, this is the interpretation of the vision. The eagle, whom thou sawest come up from the sea, is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel.
That's
That's what
right.
I'm talking about.
All right, verse 12. But it was not expounded unto him as I declare it unto thee.
That's
See
right.
that now Ezra say it wasn't expounded fully unto Daniel, like you were saying about our elders. They
Mm-hmm.
had some of it, they didn't fully understand it. Now
That's
we
right.
grasping a lot of it now. And with this, if y'all just go ahead and read, I don't want to deviate too far from it, but read it down to about 15. And if y'all go ahead and read Second Ezra, you'll start to get the full understanding of what Daniel was talking about in Daniel, what we read 7. Go ahead, brother
All right,
KG.
verse 13. Behold, thy time is coming, that there shall rise up a kingdom on earth, and the
Uh-huh.
same shall be more terrible than all the kingdoms that were before it. And the same shall 12 kings reign, one after another.
This
But
is
when the
Rome. This is what they're talking about, Rome, or this beast, this Babylon. Because we can go to the 12 and show those 12 rulers of Rome, but I'm not gonna go into that. Read 15. No, go read on down to 15.
All right, that's the one we was on, verse 15. But when the second shall begin to reign, he shall have charge of that kingdom the longest time of the 12.
That's
And
it right there. That's pretty much it right there. And if y'all read that on down, y'all can see and get a better understanding of what Daniel was talking about, and it will bring you all over to the lesson what the brother finna bring out right now. But go ahead. That's it. That's all I had.
and just Salaki, just to give perspective on what Eliyahu was saying, this would be the 12 Caesars of Rome that Eliyahu is pointing out. So in your own time, for the sake of the love, for the sake of the lesson, we could show it now, but we don't want to drift away from what Brother Stephen is trying to build up here. But for the sake of your own time, look up the 12 Caesars of Rome, and this will be who these scriptures are talking about at that particular point in time. Go ahead, Steph.
All right. I was trying to get some pictures over to Yeti. Yeti Diane, when you get them pictures, if you don't mind, bro, can you put them up on the screen for me?
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind, Hebrew.
Yes, sir.
All right, Hebrew, just pick back up where you left off at, KG.
All right, I think let's see. Yeah, we on verse 15. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 15. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. I came near unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things. These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadfully, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first. And he shall subdue 3 kings, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change the times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time, but the judgment shall sit. Hold on, hold on, Salakia. They shall be given into his hands until a time, and times and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
Wait.
Hip,
Stop right there.
all
Stop
right.
right there. Now, when you look at this right here, and you see all of these things, these prophecies that's coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
The promises to the saints. Hebrew, go to 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 2.
All right. Almost there, bro. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
All praises to the Most High. That's a precept to that Daniel 7 and 27. Hebrew, go to Luke 22 and read verse 29. It's just a couple of precepts, family. If somebody don't mind, can y'all drop these precepts in the chat for us, if you don't mind?
Said Luke 22
All
and 9.
praises. Thank you, sis. Yeah, Luke 22 and 29.
Okay, 29. All right. Luke chapter 22 and verse 29. Red letter. And I appoint unto you a kingdom, as my father have appointed unto me.
So, right there in that Luke 7 and 27, where it says, "In a kingdom and dominion and greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people." That's that precept right there in that Luke 22 and 29. Hebrew, go to Micah. Go to Micah chapter 4 and 7.
Micah chapter 4 and verse 7. And I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation. And the Lord shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth, even forever.
That's the precept to that B clause of verse 27 right there in Daniel chapter 7. All right, Hebrew. Do any y'all brother got anything? I see you looking. Eliyahu, what you got? Okay. All right, let's go to verse 28, Hebrew, and let's finish that chapter out.
All right, let me get back to. I lost my place. I thought I would hold it. Give me 1 second. Well, yeah, dang, there we go. I also want to say this too, though, bro. And this is just food for thought. Um, the Most High be showing me stuff like this, and I feel obligated to say it. But when you was bringing out those precepts just then, brother Steph, this is how you know that we're still in that particular time, because in First Corinthians 6 and 2, you brought that precept out, right? Okay, but this was still after the fact of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, being crucified. So they were still teaching this after the fact. So that lets you know that the times in which the scriptures have spoken of are still on the way. And it's important that we be prepared for this, because we don't know the time or the hour. I just wanted to bring that out.
All praises. All praise to the Most High.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 28. Hitherto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my contentations much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart.
All praises to the Most High. Um, And right there you can precept that. If you will skip down, I'll read it for you right here in chapter 8 and verse 27. It says, "And I, Daniel, fainted and was sick certain days afterwards." So this vision that was given to Daniel, it affected him because it was so powerful. This lets you know that this was from the Most High. This is not just somebody that felt like they wanted to sit down and write something down on paper. This was a vision given to him from the Most High. It said, "Afterwards I rose up and did the king's business, and I was astonished at the vision, but none understood it." So all praises to the Most High that in this day he's given us the revelation to be able to look at these scriptures and understand them. Go ahead, Eliyahu.
All right, that Daniel, that 8 that you just read. I'm going to start at 25 real quick so they can give a better understanding of it, because he gets it'll help too. Also, it says verse 25 in Daniel 8, it says, and through his policies, also he caused craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Yes, sir.
What do we hear about them hollering all the time? Signing a peace treaty.
That's right.
Trying to get all these nations together, sign a peace treaty. But each time all them things happen, you see nothing but war after war after war that's happened within them. Or the craft that he's talking about signing the peace treaty, it's just to get in. Let me get in, sign a peace treaty so you can get in and catch some of their resources.
And
So
Eliyahu, if you look at the way that they're dealing with Iran right now, last year, just a couple of months ago, they were in peace treaty talks. And while they was talking, they dropped a bomb on them.
They dropped the bomb on them. See?
And they in peace treaties talking to them right now, and they steady building up their military prowess over there in the Middle East. They finna get ready to bomb them again.
See?
Go ahead. I was just backing you up. Go ahead.
That's exactly what it was saying. Matter of fact, I can continue on reading, and I'm gonna just stop at 26 because you grabbed 28 already. I'm gonna middle 25. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. So that's the Most High gonna shut him down.
That's right.
And the vision of the evening and the morning, which was told, is true. Wherefore shut thou up the vision, for it shall be for many days. I mean, it's not gonna be over quick. This gonna be happening many and many and many of days. That's it.
And also that goes back to that second Ezra script that you read earlier. When he told Daniel to shut up the book.
Shut up.
And
Yep.
then Ezra came behind him and gave us more information on the subject.
Mm-hmm.
And now in 2026, the Most High has put his spirit up on brothers like Order Melchizedek Tupelo and all of these other Israelite groups that get on social media and stand on the street corners and teach and break these scriptures down so that our people can understand the coming prophecy that the Most High has and the judgment that he's gonna bring up on these nations for what they have done to his people.
All praise. All praise.
And I saw you come in, brother Mikael. Shalom, Hebrew.
Shalom, Hebrews. Shalom, everybody on the panel. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Sorry I'm late, Hebrew. You know, I was on that late night long haul, but I'm here. Let's go.
Shalom,
Okay,
shalom,
you got
brother.
anything? Okay. Now, brother Yet, if you don't mind, Hebrew, let's pull up a couple of those pictures that I showed that I sent you.
How'd you send it up?
I sent it in a text message in the group text.
It didn't come in yet.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it hasn't come in yet at all. Because I sent a text that said text or email.
If it's in that group that we in, I don't see it. I
Okay,
don't see it.
okay.
Nah, you sent it, bro. You sent it, bro. You just put it in the wrong group chat. Cause I see it.
Oh, okay, okay,
I
okay,
see it.
okay, okay.
Hmm.
I'll resend it. I'll resend it, Hebrew.
Gone up.
All right. Well, let's move. Let's move forward. We'll do it here in a minute. The progenitors of Rome. When you look at the progenitors of Rome, you will see that Rome is traced back, and its legacy and its founding is to Romulus and Remus. This was in 753 BC. Now, historically, hey,
Mute.
everybody mute. Y'all, everybody mute up for me. Y'all
Yeah,
don't mind.
you might have to mute him.
Okay.
Y'all
Okay.
see it? Nothing came in yet.
No,
Okay, I'm finna send it to you again, Hebrew. Give me a minute.
Yeah, you got a lot of back doors.
Hey,
Yedidiah.
KG, can you send those to Yedidiah for me, Hebrew?
Yeah. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Okay. Rome traces back its legendary founding to Romulus and Remus, Remus, and this was in 753 BC. Historically, Rome developed from the Latins, the Sabines, and the Etruscans. Now, unlike the house of Israel, Rome's lineage is not traced through scripture or genealogies. Instead, the identity of them is tied to their military expansions throughout the world. And they wrote it in their books. And they pushed their culture and their history onto everybody else. They later absorbed the Greek philosophy and their religions after conquering all of the Greek territories. See, Esau don't care about turning on his own people. He don't care about turning on you. He don't care about turning on his children, his grand. They don't care. All they want is power, power, power. Now, when we look at the Maccabees and we talk about Alexander the Greek, his empire was fractured in First Maccabees chapter 1. And eventually Rome absorbed all of the Greek territories. And they didn't destroy all of the Greek culture. They adapted it. You got under the Greeks, right? You had a god called Zeus. But under the Romans, you had a god called Jupiter. You in the Greek, you got Ares. In Rome, you got Mars. In Greek, you got Hermes. In Rome, you got Mercury. In Greek, you got Aphrodite, and in Rome, you got Venus. The Roman religion was deeply and it was pagan and it was political. See, they made their religion politics. And you can see that alive even today here in America. When you hear these other nations talk about their religion, it's tied in to the way that they do politics. If you ever go visit a church from the Edomite nation, you will see that in their churches they discuss politics. They discuss stuff that's going on the news, and they discuss financial stuff in their churches. If you ever go visit them, you will see what I'm talking about. And later they would start to worship emperors. And then later on in history, it became mandatory for you to worship the emperor. And if you didn't, they would put you to death. And just like in Daniel chapter 7, and you look at verse 7 when it talked about the fourth beast, Daniel prophesied both the four kingdoms. The fourth kingdom is understood to be Rome. And in Daniel chapter 2 and verse 40, it talks about this iron kingdom breaking all things, how it absorbed all the other nations and took over them. And then they took their culture and intermingled it, and they started creating their own culture, but they took certain things from other cultures just like they do today. And then go
Pictures
ahead, go
up.
ahead.
Pictures up.
Okay, we'll bring them out here in just a second.
Salaki, bro. I want to add on to what you're saying, because we went over this in the Tuesday class. A lot of the with the Romans and the once again you had the Roman Republic, which is what the Roman Empire ended up consuming. And then in the Roman Empire, you had the 12 Caesars that we had brought up earlier. But in the midst, the reason why the Roman Empire was so vast is because when they conquered other nations or they conquered other little small areas, they made people learn Latin, but they allowed them to keep their religions, and they also allowed them to keep their language for certain reasons. Latin was mostly used for taxation and commerce, basically. But all the other original religions, it was used for the sake of people communicating for their religion. That's why in the time of Yahweh Shai, in the time of the disciples, they had so many different people around them speaking different languages. That's why it was still Gentiles that spoke Greek. That's why it was still Gentiles that spoke Scandinavian. And for those who don't know what Scandinavian is, that's a Viking, that's a Viking language kind of. But just to give an idea of what Brother Stephen is talking about. Also to add on to this, if anybody has not watched these movies, I recommend that they watch Gladiator 1 and Gladiator 2. In both movies, they show you what is exactly going on in these times. It shows you how Rome was taking over Viking territory, so on and so forth in Gladiator 1. And then it also shows you how they worship the emperor in Gladiator 1, and it also shows you the purpose of the gladiator games in the Colosseums. It was to keep people at bay, to keep them focused on entertainment versus actually looking at the problems that be around them. And this same system is still being used today. And then in Gladiator 2, it actually brings up the thing that Brother Stephen just brought up with the Romulus and his brother, the twin brothers that were supposedly they were raised by a mother wolf. And they are the founders of Rome. Gladiator kind of goes into both of these. So if you haven't watch Gladiator 1 or 2, I suggest watching Gladiator 1 and watch Gladiator 1 first and then watch Gladiator 2. And the same things that we are bringing out in these scriptures, you'll see in this you'll see bits and pieces of it in this movie and in these movies. And I'm bringing this up because the enemy has a bad habit of showing us what they are doing, showing us their origins without having accountability for it, if that makes sense. They have to show us.
To show us Satan is not going to operate without showing it, so he won't be like, oh well, I showed them and they still followed me, so it's not on me. That's going to be his excuse. That's so he can be the accusers of the brethren. Mikael, can you share my screen real quick? And then we can go
I ain't parked, Hebrew.
Oh, you ain't parked? Okay. I was trying to see if somebody can share that other screen. I was gonna show you.
I can do it for you. Just send it over where you need it. And I already have that picture of that dog. But I was gonna tell y'all too. Another movie is well known that we don't think about, but they're two words that you realize is Star Wars, the entire thing of Star Wars. Because what is it? You got the Empire going against the Republic.
You're right. Absolutely right. And the Empire the Empire is what Darth Vader was about. Yes, Sister Brenda Hill. That's what Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe is in the first one. And in the second one, he's dead in the second one, but his story is still being told through his son. But yes, Sister Brenda Hill, that is Russell Crowe is in the first Gladiator. But brother Yedadiah, you're absolutely right. Because even in Star Wars, the Empire absorbs the Republic. And also, I think we can. I'm gonna pull up these. I think I might be able to get y'all stuff up here. Give me 1 second. I just had to do it like this. Let me see. Can we see
brother
that?
Stephen. Hey, brother Stephen. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, KG.
Okay. This is the Romulus and his twin brother that we were just telling you about. Now in Gladiator 2, you will hear bits and pieces of this story when it comes in place. Also keep in mind that when the Roman Republic was created, it consisted of Japhet, the descendants of Japhet. But by the time the Roman Empire came in, it got absorbed by Idumeans and the Spaniards. I guess you could say, or the maybe I should say Spaniards or Italians, but they would still be considered Idumea. But this is a statue showing the myth of them being raised up by a she-wolf. So I just wanted to show that picture just to show that this is the important.
You went out, KG.
Hear me now? Can y'all hear me
You
now?
back. Yeah, we
Loud
can
and
hear you
clear,
now.
loud and clear.
Go ahead.
Okay, this right here, brothers and sisters, is the importance of knowing your history. These are things that we probably didn't really get to study while we were in school, or we probably was never introduced to it all together. But these are things. This is why it's important to connect the history with the Bible. And yes, in today's project, Denzel Washington is in the second one. I watched the movie and I don't recall seeing any stuff. I think the scenes that happened in the scenes that you're talking about, I think they ended up getting cut out the movie. But
They did.
but he definitely was in the movie. But I believe those scenes, like Eliyahu said, they did get cut out the movie. Because when I watched it, I was actually watching it to look for that, because I wanted to see if they really put it in the movie, and they ended up not putting it in the movie. But this is just proving that the history matches up with the Bible. Let me see, and I'm gonna give it back to you in
And
just a second.
also
Steph.
and also just to this picture on the screen, yeah, keep it up there, Yedadiah, if you don't mind, Hebrew. These pictures on the screen, these are Roman myths.
Right.
And this one that we're looking at now, this one was created by the Latins. And if y'all pay attention and look throughout the world today, you see how they have tried to separate themselves. Like
Mm-hmm.
the Latins don't affiliate themselves with the American whites.
Mm-hmm.
They try to make us believe that they two separate different people, but they're not. They're the same people. I got another picture. Yedadiah, the one with the soldiers, and they got that statue of that God standing in between the soldier and the Roman emperor.
You didn't send that one. You only sent the one of the map and the dog.
I think I was waiting on the other ones to load up. Steph, you might have to
I'm
send them
fixing
one by
I'm, fin-
one, and then I
I'm
send them.
finna send them. I'm finna send them. Just take a
Okay.
minute.
Okay, and
All right,
also
this is-
too,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, if y'all ever notice in your let's say in your Word documents or any kind of documentation, when you gotta put something in, do you ever notice that there's Latin in those documents to show like an example? But why do you
Yeah.
have to show it in Latin? It's just a thought I had wanted to bring out.
Well, they show it in Latin, Jedediah, because some of the origins of the context in which you are writing that document, these are some of the contexts in which was used in the Latin language.
Mhm.
But this is just a further indicator that we're still under that system.
Yeah.
That America takes their examples from systems before them, like Rome, mainly Rome. It's still Rome, but y'all get what I'm saying. Go ahead, Eliyahu.
Hey,
Oh, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Stephen was talking earlier. Steph was talking earlier about the gods of Rome and in the Greek, well, the Greco-Roman gods. But he said something about Mars. Well, Paul went to Mars Hill. If somebody can get that for me, just to show you that the history that Brother Stephen bringing out, it's in the Bible. Somebody just give me Acts 17, 22, well, 21 through 23.
You said Acts 17.
Yeah, 21 through 23, just to show you what Paul was teaching over there in Athens. That was a place called Mars Hill, who they dedicated to their god. And the Israelites was amongst the Athenians
Mhm.
worshiping their god on Mars Hill. Watch this. Acts
Acts
17, 22 through 23.
Acts chapter 17. I'm gonna start at 21. Uh Acts
All right.
17 verse 21. For all the Athenians and strangers which were there spent their time in nothing else, but either to tell or to hear something new. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with the inscription to the unknown God, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship. Him declare I unto you.
See, they over there ignorantly worshiping with those heathens on Mars Hill, worshiping another god, the god of Mars, or whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
See, this stuff was going on during Paul time, and today, brothers and sisters, because like in Second Esdras 5, it said that the Most High prophecies are like a ring, or we say today, history repeats itself. It's the same thing going on today when they pledge to the Greek gods and the fraternities and sororities,
Mhm.
Yeah, they even
and
got
I yield
a
right there.
they even got a place to add to it. They got a place called Mars here, Mars Hill, North Carolina.
In Maine. They got a Mars Hill in Maine, and that's where the solar eclipse ended at Mars Hill.
Hmm.
Started in Texas, Eagle Pass. Notice Eagle Pass, the
Mhm.
Eagle. It ended in Mars Hill, in Maine.
And then I wanna
Atlanta totality, that is.
I wanna since Veronica had asked the question that's yes, this it says this picture partly why Egyptians have half human, half animal hybrid gods. Yes, because I'm gonna say two things about this, and then I'm gonna let Eliyahu have it. What we have to understand about this is, and I'm gonna use Daniel for an example. This goes back to something I said in another lesson about dreams. At the particular time, think about what was popular or what was common at that time, far as being able to see on the regular. Our forefathers spent a lot of time in wilderness type areas, so it wasn't uncommon to see a bear. It wasn't uncommon to see a leopard or an eagle. So the Most High sent them certain dreams to reference these things in which they seen, and then He gave them interpretations of it. And just like the Greeks and the Romans, the Egyptians did the same thing, far as um painting these pictures or hieroglyphics of what they thought they seen when they seen certain deities, appear before them, I guess you could say. And they would take the hybrid gods, as Sister Veronica was just said, and they would make the statues that they make of them. But that I just wanted to answer that question real quick because it is the same thing. Go ahead, Eliyahu.
All right. Matter of fact, it's going on what y'all were just talking about. Brother Mikael just brought up Mars Hill. Stephen brought up earlier about the gods. He named Zeus, Jupiter, and things like that. What I put up on the screen, what you see is pretty much the question was asked about the Greek gods and the Roman equivalent to them. And this is a whole list of them that they went down. So things didn't change. They just changed the name or adapted each other culture. And then we were caught up under Greco-Roman occupation. So we was torn in between, or we was mostly conquered by the Greek, then they were conquered by the Romans, and then we was following both of them, which whatever one agreed to, whatever our liking was. Just like today.
Mm-hmm.
Just like today, we had fell up under this spell of Christianity, following white Jesus, that everybody see is just going to be another one of these deities or gods that they have painted. But, as they were following all of these so-called gods that they have here, I don't know, I didn't even get to count them and see how many it is. But you see, Zeus was Jupiter, Hera was Juno, Poseidon was Neptune, all the way down. And all of them was their equivalent to what they did. Like we talked about Ares and Mars. They was gods of war. Mars was more revered in Rome. You got Athena and Minerva, wisdom and craft and strategy. All these gods from the Greeks and Romans, they were the same thing. But we know that we only serve the Most High God. Only one that we serve. But they had all of these. But, our people today still continue to look into these things and follow the ways it is. And when I was a child, I used to love watching these movies that had these so-called Greek and gods and all those things in there.
Mhm.
But then once you come in, you start to realize, hey, man, that was witchcraft. But go ahead.
All praise to the Most High. All right, all praise, man. Y'all brother bringing out a lot of good information, man. Well, let's go on to the next section of it and see if y'all brother can bring any of this information out as well.
Brother Seth.
Somebody got a lot of background on.
It's me. I was trying to add one little thing to this. What Eliyahu was saying. Is that all right?
Go ahead.
This is how much Roman influence has on us. Number one, if you remember, and then New York, they call it. We get a high fade or a low fade, but what do they call it? A Caesar haircut. They also have, remember how Islam got started. They had 365 gods. So remember, a lot of that fallout from Rome ended up still being in that North African region, and they try to consolidate it down to their particular god. But they celebrated a god every day of the year. I just digress. I just wanted to bring that out.
All praises, and I think we talked about that in Brother KG lesson the other night about all of those different gods that they had, even the months and the days of the week. They had a god for every month, for every day of the week, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday. Those are gods that they worship. So now we're going to talk about Edom, Idumea, and Herod. After the Babylonian captivity, the descendants of Esau, they started to occupy the southern part of Judea. In Greek, these people were also called Idumea. And Brother Mikael and Brother KG brought this out in their lessons as well. John Hyrcanus was the Hasmonean ruler, and he forced the Idumeans to convert to Judaism. And this happened in the 2nd century BC. Now, from this line came Herod the Great. He was an Idumean appointed king over Judea. He was appointed this position by Rome. And this is what everybody got to really grasp about these people and their politics. The same way that they have ambassadors today, like you may have an American ambassador in Egypt. You got an American ambassador in Russia, they have embassies that they set up all over the world with people that they send to these places. And those people handle the affairs of the United States or Rome in every country. They got ambassadors everywhere. They have embassies. And on these embassies, even the governments and the militaries of said countries can't even come on that property without permission. So it was the same thing going on here when Herod the Great was appointed as the king of Judea by Rome in Judea. This was our country. Now, Brother KG, go to Malachi and read. Go to read 1 and 4. Malachi 1 and 4.
Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw
But
down.
I will throw down. See, this is a prophecy against the house of Esau, against Edom. Hebrew, get Obadiah 1 and 10.
All right. 1 second. Well, yeah, Obadiah, there you go. Said 1 and 10.
And also I want to make this note that Herod rebuilt the temple.
Mm-hmm.
He rebuilt the temple, but he served the Romans.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bring out that Obadiah 1 and 10.
Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Read that one more time, Hebrew.
Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
So because of the things that the Romans or Greeks or Idumeans or Edomites, all this is the same people, for what they have done and the violence that they have committed against Jacob, there is a judgment that's coming on these people. Hebrew, go to Ezekiel 35 and read verse 1 through 5.
Said Ezekiel 35, 1 through 5.
That's right.
All right. Almost done. Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
In the time that the iniquity had an end. So because of what these people have done, there's a judgment that's coming against them. Herod was an Idumean. He rebuilt the temple, but he served Rome. Now, what we have right here is a political paradox, because fulfilling tensions between Edom and Jacob, the narrative is that the Most High is going to cast judgment upon these people for what they have done. Hebrew, give me first Maccabees 5 and 65.
All right.
Hey, Steph, when you get through, pass me the mic, please.
Maccabees 5.
Please, brother.
Almost
Okay,
there.
okay.
Right now.
I'm gonna hand it to you. Hey, let me finish setting it up for you, then I'm gonna let you knock it out the park.
I'm gonna read this brew, and then I'm gonna have to hop out and come back in because I can't hear nobody but you.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
First Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 65. You wanted 65, right?
Yeah, First Maccabees 5 and 65. That's right.
All right, First Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 65. Afterward went Judas forth with his brethren and fought against the children of Esau in the land toward the south, where he smote Hebron and the towns thereof, and pulled down the fortress of it, and burned the towers thereof round about.
Read a little bit more. Read a little bit more. Read on down.
Verse 66. From thence he removed to go into the land of the Philistines, and passed through Samaria. At that time, certain priests, desirous to show their valor, were slain in battle, for that they went out to fight unadvisedly. So Judas turned to Azotus in the land of the Philistines, and when he had pulled down their altars and burned their carved images with fire and spoiled their cities, he returned into the land of Judea.
Stop. So you see right there, our forefathers, the Maccabees, were fighting and defending the land of Judea, which is the land that these people at this point in the lesson have put Herod over our people, over our land. Now before we go into the Roman rulers and the roles that they played in putting our Messiah to death, I'm gonna let Brother Mikael bring out what he got. Go ahead, Hebrew, bring it out.
Now you know you said John Hyrcanus along with Herod, all of them took on our heritage, right?
That's
Calling
right.
themselves Jews, right? Watch this,
That's right.
Hebrew. Watch this. And you also said you went into the Idumea or Esau Edom's judgment as well, right?
That's
Okay.
right.
Now go to John chapter 18, read 33 through 35. Listen to what Pilate say. We listen to Pilate, what he said to Christ. Go ahead, watch. This is John 18,
All
John
right,
chapter
33
8.
through 30,
Okay.
33.
I'm
Go
here.
ahead.
Yeah, John 8.
I'm here.
All right, John 18. All right, 33 through 35.
All right, John
Hey,
chapter 8.
read on down to 40, Hebrew.
All right,
Okay.
John chapter 18 and verse 33. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again and called Jesus and said unto him, Art thou the king of the Jews? Jesus answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me? Pilate answered, Am I a Jew?
What he
Thine own,
say?
am I a Jew?
Pilate
Question
calling
mark.
himself a Jew because he took on their customs of the Hebrew custom and their ways. So history bears record that these people, along with John Hyrcanus, belong to Herod, building the temple. They're going in there doing our worship, mixing in their pagan gods and their pagan ways, and then calling themselves Jews. Keep going, Hebrew.
Pilate answered, Am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou a king then? Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born. I'll turn the page. And for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice. Pilate said unto him, What is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews and said unto them, I find in him no fault at all. But ye have a custom that I shall release unto you one at the Passover. Will
Salakia.
ye?
Hey,
Mhm,
stop right there. The
mhm.
brother Yeti, will you put those pictures of Julius Caesar up on the screen that I sent you, Hebrew?
Yeah, it's up there. You gotta just I don't have
There
administrative
it go.
rights.
There it go.
Yeah.
There it go. There it go. Okay. All right. Go ahead, KG.
All right, verse 39. But ye, I'm gonna read it again. But ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Then cried they all again, saying, Not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber.
Now, Pilate called himself a Jew. So this should give you more clarity in Revelation 2:9 and 3:9 when Christ said, I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not. It is Idumea that's in the earth today over there in our land calling themselves Jews. They are what? The synagogue of Satan. I just had to bring that out, Hebrew. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to let me add on to that real quick. This also proves what we went over in the Tuesday lesson, because we all know that Pilate was an Idumean. And not only that, he said, but ye have a he said two things that I wanted to bring out. He said, but ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Okay, he knew about Passover, and he knew about another custom that pertained to Passover. The only one, I mean, the only way you know that is if you were taught that, or if it was brought to your attention in some kind of way. I digress.
All praise to the Most High. Brother Eliyahu.
All right, come on with it. Come on with it.
Uh, did you are you at home, Hebrew?
Yeah, I'm at home. I'm at home.
Okay. Did you get those texts I just sent you?
Yeah, I just got some. Yeah, I just got it. Just got it.
Okay. Okay. Do you have administrative? You can put them up there,
No,
can
I don't have administrative rights on to y'all's.
I got them. I got them. Just let me know when y'all want to put it up, and I'll be able to put it up.
Okay. Put up another one of those Julius Caesar pictures that I sent.
All right. Whenever, let me know when.
Yeah, we got to get that fixed. We got to get you and Yeti some administrative rights over here on this channel. We
Right.
got to fix that after this lesson today.
Right. We got one. We got one on the screen right now, but
Yeah, I sent you a couple of more. I just wanna. It's one that's a statue. They got him standing up.
okay. I'm gonna wait on Yedidiah got to load it up. When he load it up, I'll put it on the screen.
Okay.
Which one do you want?
The statue of him standing up.
Let me go through it. Because they're not in order. Okay.
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah. So right here, this is the one of the most famous Roman rulers, right?
Yeah, go
This
ahead.
is
Keep going.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about right there, Hebrew. I think that's it.
Yeah, that look
Uh,
like it.
this Julius Caesar, this is the one that ended the Roman Republic, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had centralized authority. Now, Augustus Caesar was the emperor during the time of Christ. Hebrew, go to Luke chapter 2 and read verse 1.
All right. Luke 2. Luke chapter 2 and verse.
And this one on the screen, the other one that we showed first, that was Julius Caesar. This one right here is Augustus Caesar that's on the screen right now. Go ahead, Hebrew. Bring it out.
Luke chapter 2 and verse 1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed.
So keep reading. Read a little bit more of that, Hebrew.
Verse 2. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria, and
Mm-hmm.
all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to
Stop
be.
right there. That's good. That's all I needed. So, family, we see who is this that's going to be taxed? Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
This is Christ's father. He's going to be taxed. So during this time, we know that Christ is on the scene. This is Christ's earthly father. He's here. He's going to be taxed. We see that it's up under the Caesar Augustus. So as you go through these Roman Caesars, right? Right behind him, you have Tiberius Caesar. He was the emperor during the ministry of Christ. Now then you got old low down dirty Pontius Pilate. He was in power and he was a Roman governor in Judea, and he's the one that authorized the crucifixion of our Lord and Savior, Yeshua HaMashiach, whom the world calls Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Hebrew, go to John chapter 19 and
Mm-hmm.
read 12 through 15.
All right. And just to add on what you saying, bro.
No,
Um,
start at 11. Start at 11.
all right. You said 12 verse 11.
John, uh, John chapter 19.
19. Okay. 19 and 11. And before I read this, just to add on to what Brother Stephen is saying, brothers and sisters, Pilate was just like, he was like in the same position as Herod. He was just appointed governor by Rome. Just to
Start at
give you
verse 1. Start at verse
just to give
1.
you context. All right. All right. John chapter 19 and verse 1. Then Pilate therefore took Jesus and scourged him. And the soldiers platted a crown of thorns and put it on his head. And they put on him a purple robe and said, Hail, King of the Jews! And they smote him with their hands. Pilate therefore went forth again and said unto them, Behold, I bring him forth to you, that ye may know that I find no fault in him. Then came Jesus forth, wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe.
Now
And
stop. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Mhm.
Now you see in verse 1 it said, Then Pontius Pilate therefore took Jesus and scourged him. You already done put your hands on the man. But you saying, but then you turn around and say, oh, I don't find no fault in it.
Hmm.
And then it say the soldiers platted him with a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and they put on him a purple robe. You already done started torturing the man.
Mm-hmm.
But then you gonna turn around and say, oh, my hands clean. Oh,
No, they
I find
mocked
no fault
Christ.
in this man.
They were mocking Christ, putting them thorns of that crown of thorns on our Messiah head, and putting a purple robe on him, because a purple robe is considered
Royalty.
royalty. You know what I'm saying? Mocking. But go ahead, Hebrew. See, I get
So
angry when we get into this. I get angry because they put their dirty, nasty hands out on Messiah. And then these dumb black Christians, I'm sorry, would sit there and say in John 18, where we just come from, they'll throw the whole house of Israel under the bus, not knowing that it was those wicked Jews that sided with those Romans that had our Messiah crucified. The scribes and the Pharisees and the rest of them wicked Israelites. We wasn't the whole house. So you saying his mama crucified him? One of them crucified? Our people don't think. Go ahead, bro.
it say, and he said, Hail the King of the Jews, and then they smote him with their hands. And then now look at the contradiction. Pilate therefore went forth again and said to them, Behold, I bring him forth to you, that ye may know that I find no fault in it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all just put y'all hands on the Son of God. You ain't getting away scot-free. You in it. Your hands is dirty, brother.
Touch not my
You
anointed and do my prophets no harm. Go ahead.
It said, then came Jesus forth wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe, and Pilate said unto them, behold the man. When the chief priests, therefore, and officers saw him, they cried out, saying, crucify him, crucify him. Pilate said unto them, y'all take him, take ye him, y'all take him, and crucify him. Because I don't find nothing wrong with what the man done done. But you already done put your hands on him, though. You didn't, you, but see, this is something that Esau is very crafty now. See, Esau do some stuff, he'll get it started, and then he'll let somebody else finish it. That way, he can say, well, I didn't do it. I didn't finish it. You look at the law that's set up now in this country with the police officers. When they go to court for gunning down an Israelite man, woman, or child in the street, the judge would throw out every action that officer had taken leading up to the time when he pulled the trigger. This is a law, y'all. This is a law. By law, that judge got to disregard everything that led up to the time when he put that gun on him and shot him in the back of the head. Everything that happened before then, the jury can't even hear it. All the jury can hear is the state of mind that officer was in when he pulled the trigger. Not why he got to that state of mind, but what state of mind he was in when he pulled the trigger. Now you tell me that's justice. See, this is a wicked devil that we dealing with. And this is the same thing that Pontius Pilate is doing right here in these scriptures.
And they doing it right now in our face today. They doing it in our face
sir.
today, Brother Stephen. Let me give you a good example. Let me give you a good example. Now, the wicked Jews had Pilate, Pilate try to wash, throw rocks and hide his hands, basically what he was doing. Well, Pilate is the FBI today. Look what they did to Malcolm. Hired wicked men, black men, to go in there and kill that brother, and then sit back and wash their hands and send them brothers to prison and act like he didn't have the government, the federal government, act like they didn't have nothing to do with it. They were doing it yesterday during Christ's time. They doing it now. And then act like they the more authority of justice and equality and righteousness in the earth. Wicked. Go ahead, bro.
Just to give the brothers and sisters a deeper interpretation of what Brother Stephen and Mikael is trying to bring out here. Look at it from this perspective. Let's look at the historical facts. We have already proven that the Roman Empire allowed people to have their own religion and operate within that religion. So what Pilate did, he did what a governor appointed by Rome would do. That's why he said he seen no fault in him, because according to Roman politics, it was okay for the Yahushua to do what he did. But he also knew the Jewish customs, quote unquote. And when he seen this, when he knew this, and that's why once we go back to what we was reading in when he said, I see no fault in him, but I know y'all have a custom in Passover. He knew that their law would end up executing Jesus anyway, because of the customs they had within the law at that time. That's why when he's saying when it says the Jews answered him, we in verse 7 it says the Jews answered him, we have a law, and by our law he ought to die because he made himself the Son of God. See, that's where, like I said, once again, it goes back into knowing the history part of it and understanding what really happened right there, because Pilate was trying to operate under Roman authority. but because of the loophole in that law, the Jews were able to say what they said in verse 7. Now let's correlate this with it. Now let's correlate this with today's time. We'll use Martin Luther King as an example. Or we could use the Black Panther Party as an example. It was okay under American law, it's okay for you to start a type of group that supports a certain A, B, or C thing. But if you are still considered a terrorist within America, which they ended up implying to the Black Panther Party, they then find a means to get you out of the way. They find a means to assassinate you. Hence is why the Black Panther Party went through what it went through at the time in which it did. They had people to infiltrate. Then they put drugs on the streets, and drugs ended up breaking up the Black Panther Party even more. See, they use the loopholes within the system to still get the things done in which they really want to do anyway. But
That's
I
right.
digress.
That's right.
I got
Uh,
something to say about that. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, yeah.
I need to show y'all something to bring it to today. I don't know if y'all know about this, but there's a judge named Sylvie Reynolds that gave the following sentences to these 3 men, just so y'all can see how much what these brothers are saying is true. Okay, there we go. Now, make that make sense. Lakeith Smith was punished or sentenced or even charged because a cop killed his friend. So now Lakeith Smith has to take on the murder charge of 65 years for the cop killing his friend. Y'all look up that information. But that's what we're dealing with. I'll read it to you. He's a 26-year-old man from Millbrook, Alabama, who's convicted of felony murder in 2015 at the age of 15 after participating in a burglary that led to the fatal shooting of his 16-year-old friend, Adante Washington, by a police officer. Despite not having a murder or firing any shots, Smith was charged under Alabama's felony murder law, which holds participants in a felony liable for any deaths that occurred during the crime. I digress. I just wanted to bring that out that we still dealing with this today.
Hey, man, that's powerful, bro. That's powerful because these people have always implemented laws that benefit the people that's in power. And as we go down right here in verse 8, it said, well, even going back to that verse 7, it said the Jews answered him, "We have a law." Oh, we got one? Oh, we got a law that's going to justify this right here. And by our law, he ought to die because he made himself the Son of God. Now, let's look at this. Brother KG, go to Leviticus chapter 24 and read us verse 16. Because this is the law that they used to convict our Messiah to death.
Leviticus chapter 24 and verse 16. And he that blasphemeth the name of the Lord, he shall surely be put to death. And all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the stranger, as he that is born in the land. When he blasphemeth the name of the Lord, shall be put to death.
Okay, so because they asked Christ, "Who do you say you are?" Christ said, "Who do you say I am?" He said, "Who do you say I am?" Some say this, some say that, some say that you the Son of God. Christ said, "Thou sayest." Christ said, "Thou sayest." And they convicted him. Just like Yeti was talking about, this young brother was with some people that the police shot and killed somebody, but he was the one that was put to death. In return, they called Christ the Son of God. He said, "Thou sayest." They put him to death. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
But you see how our lives are the covenant bears witness to who the people are. These curses from all the way back from the time of Christ is still falling on our heads today. So what they tell you? That should tell you right there who the people are. Curses he that hang from a tree. Who hung for trees? Who's cursed in Deuteronomy 28? It's the only particular people. And then when you go to Galatians 3 and 28, cursed is he that hang from a tree. Who was hanging from tree? Did our Messiah not hang from a tree? Or you don't think it was a custom that we hang from trees unjustly?
Rituals.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Hey,
Rituals.
and then right here in verse 8 it says, when Pilate, oh, did you have something, Eliyahu?
I was just gonna grab that Zechariah 11 and 5.
Bring it out. Go ahead, bring it out.
Oh, yeah, bring that out. Bring that out.
We all know this scripture right here. Well, we should know it, and the ones that don't know it, this is going to pertain to exactly what the brothers are talking about. Remember who slain him. Remember who brought him forth before the people, and remember what people did this to him or didn't pity him at all. Remember who it is. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. And it reads, whose possessors slay them. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them, what am I saying? And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord. Now your possessors are slaying you, and they all say it. They still try to say calling on the name of the Most High. They doing this in the name of the Most High. Every one of us, or every one of our people that were hung from the trees, like Mikael just brought out, and Christ, and with these with Christ, they accuse him. What Stephen read in Leviticus of blaspheming. And they say they are doing this because he did this or blasphemed the name of the Most High God. That's what they said. So they're using the same strategy right here. Say they doing this in the name of the Lord. And it says, for I am rich. Every last one of them getting rich. That brother going in prison, that the other guy you just brought up there, the prison is getting paid to house him. They are getting rich. He's going to a private prison somewhere. And their own shepherds, this is the end of Zechariah, and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's your religious leaders. Your religious leaders.
Yes, sir.
To shepherd over you. They don't even have no pity on you either, because they was in on it too. I stood out the way. I stood out the way so that the shooter can get a good shot. That's what see, the Most High made that brother lip slip when he was up there talking on that interview. I stood out the way so that the shooter get a shot. They own shepherd, your own brethren. Pity you not. Go ahead, brother.
That's it. That's you summed it up. You summed it up right there.
And to bag brother Eliyahu up, KG, go to John chapter 8. Go to John chapter 8, Hebrew. Let's look at this what brother Eliyahu just brought out. John chapter 8, what we was talking about. Let's start at verse 22 and read down to verse 29.
All right, John chapter 8 and verse 22. Then said the Jews, will he kill himself, because he saith, whither I go he cannot come? And he said unto them, ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world. I said therefore unto you that I said therefore unto you that ye shall die in your sins. For if ye believe not that I am he, ye shall die in your sins. Then said they unto him, who art thou? And Jesus said unto them, even the same that I said unto you from the beginning. I have many things to say and to judge of you, but he that sent me is true, and I speak to the world those things which I have heard of him. They understood not that he spake to them of the Father. Then said Jesus unto them, when ye have lifted up the Son of Man, then shall ye know that I am he, and that I do nothing of myself, but as my Father hath taught me, I speak these things. And he that sent me and he that sent me is with me. The Father hath not left me alone, for I do always those things that please him.
Now look at the Messiah. Look at how he dealing with these devils. He know what they want him to say. Christ knew what they wanted to hear him say, but he played with them. He said, hey, I'm doing what the Father sent me to do. Well, who are you? Who are you? Christ said, I'm the one that I told you I was from the beginning. They wanted him to just come out and say, I'm the Son of God. That's what they wanted him to say, but he was playing with these demons.
I am.
He was playing with them. See, he was setting them up, bro. He was setting them up so that they was going to be blameful. They would not be blameless. They would be blamed for their actions because they falsely accused that man. They the ones that came out and said, you say you the Son of God. He didn't say that. He said, I am who you say I am. Who do you say I am? And they falsely accused the Messiah. And they crucified him. And they got hell to pay for it. All right, Hebrew. How long we got? 10 minutes. Okay. Now, Rome used crucifixion, right? A Roman execution, this was a method for rebels and for the criminals. Christ was charged with a political crime, right? He was charged with saying that he was the king of the Jews. So Rome saw him as a potential insurrectionist. They thought he was going to try to overthrow the government. Josephus, in the Antiquity of the Jews, mentioned Jesus. In Testimonium Flavianum, though debated in authenticity in parts. So the book of Josephus, they want to argue with this book because they know that this book, it convicts them. 70 AD was the destruction of Jerusalem under the Emperor Vespasian and the General Titus. They besieged Jerusalem. They burned the temple down. They killed and murdered a lot of women, children, and men and elders. And then they turned and enslaved the survivors. Now, this is documented in this book of Josephus. And family, I know we're not going to get to it today because we almost out of time. But Hebrew, go to Luke chapter 21 and read verse 24. We're going to have to do a part 2 of this one, y'all. Well, Brother Mikael will finish it out when he do his lesson. Then Eliyahu coming behind that.
No,
so it'll come out.
Hey, I'm going in that direction now, Hebrew. We got to do a part 2 to see.
I'm
going in. What you say, Eliyahu?
I said I was going to tell him the same thing. He might as well do a part.
Yeah, because see, what I'm going to is Thieves of Salvation, the early church fathers. See, but what you did sum up a lot that I ain't got to sum up in mine, because I'm going to tell them to go back and watch yours to get an understanding what was going on when Christ was on the scene. And I'm going to go on what happened when Christ and the apostles was off the scene, when they had left the earth or died or whatever. Go ahead, bro.
We wanted Luke 21 and 24, right?
That's right. Bring it out.
Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall, red letter, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Hallelujah. So we see right here, this is the prophecy of 70 AD. Go to Deuteronomy 28, Hebrew, and read 49 through 52.
Deuteronomy 28, 49 through 52. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the incense of thine kind, or flocks of thine sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until the high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest, throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy God hath given thee.
All praises. Now precept that one right there, Hebrew, with Lamentations 1 and read verse 1 through 3. Because what I'm showing is the prophecy of the Roman siege. It was fulfilled, it was fulfilling the prophecy of Christ within a generation. That we read right there in Luke 21 and 24. Go ahead and finish that, Hebrew.
You want Lamentations?
Lamentations 1 through 3.
All right. Lamentations chapter 1 and verse 1. How doeth the city sit solitary, that was full of people? How is she become as a widow? She that was great among the nations, and princess among the provinces. How is she become a tributary? She weepeth sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. Among all her lovers she have none to comfort her. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They are become her enemies. Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction, and because of great servitude. She dwelleth among the heathen. She findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits.
All praises to the Most High. You got your Apocrypha, Hebrew?
Yes, sir.
Go to 2nd Esdras 16 and get 69 through 73, and we'll end it right there.
Say them scripts one more time. I'm on 16.
2nd Esdras 16, 69 through 73.
All right. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 69. And they who do not applaud them shall be held in derision, mocked, and trodden under foot by them. For then shall be great insurrection against the neighboring cities because of them that fear God. They shall be like madmen, sparing none to abduct and hide them that still fear God. For they shall waste and take away their goods, and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
All praises to the Most High. Now, brothers and sisters, I want to end the lesson right there on a positive note, because even though we know that we have suffered all of these things, and we know that Christ was crucified, but there's hope for us. You know what I'm saying? Even though we got to go through all of these things, and we have to suffer at the hands of these Romans and the Grecians and the Idumeans and the Edomites, we have to suffer at their hands. We have to worry about our children. We have to labor day in and day out. But there is a rainbow at the end of the tunnel, because Christ is going to destroy these nations. And those that are left will be servants and handmaids in the kingdom of the Most High God unto the house of Israel. But with that being said, family, if y'all brothers don't have anything, I just want to say that I appreciate all of you brothers and sisters for tuning in to the lesson today. Ex conclusion, I really want to just tell y'all that, you know, as we spoke, you know, the Romans began as a village among the Latins. It grew and grew and grew through war and different campaigns of conquering people. It absorbed Greek philosophy and pagan religions, and it forged its identity in iron, which is what the lesson is about: discipline and conquest. It did not descend from Abraham. It did not inherit the covenant. It did not carry the promises, but yet it stood at the center of biblical history. And this is the empire that stood at the cross, the Roman Empire that installed the Idumean king over Judea, Herod, governed Israel through Roman persecution, executed Christ under Roman law, and destroyed the Second Temple in 70 AD. They enslaved and scattered thousands and thousands and millions of our ancestors, and renamed Jerusalem under later emperors that would come after them. So in the next section, we're going to go into the antiquities of Josephus. This is where we'll be in the next lesson. Can somebody make me big on the screen for a second?
Brother KG gonna have to hit you on that one. Unless Mikael can do it.
Since like Mikael might have to do it, I don't think I can do that from where I'm at.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, he try to make Stephen big. We don't have administrative rights, so we can't do it. You just have to click on that square that's on the KG of his picture. You can do that yourself, Stephen, I believe. Right on there. There you go.
There you go. But this is who we're talking about right here, family.
The Black Messiah.
This is who we discussing today. This is who they persecuted. This is who they crucified. This is who's coming back with all power.
Uh-oh. I lost it.
You see how Hashatan is?
Hashatan didn't like that. They didn't like that. Hey, Hashatan,
boy.
You see it?
Boy, they snatched the cord, the socket. Boy, they took the wall with the socket.
Yeah,
boy, get that damn picture off that screen. Get it off of there now, boy.
Hey, they acted like Kool-Aid Man with that one.
And if y'all drop anybody, matter of fact, let me see if I can put. He's not letting me comment. He's not letting me comment on mine. I got the PDF for the Josephus. I got both of them, the Antiquity of the Jews and the War of the Jews. If it let, but it won't let me comment for some reason now, and it's talking about commenting. So if y'all need that PDF, email Order Melchizedek Tupelo, and I can send it over there to them.
So I just want to bring that out while we're waiting.
Off the screen.
Hey, there is a movie, and Mikael, tell me if you saw it before. There's a movie in 2006 called The Color of the Cross. And that movie, about a 2-hour movie, but it shows how we look like in antiquity.
Yeah, I seen it.
Oh, Stephen Beck.
Yeah, I'm back.
They probably snatched their shoulder out of place.
They snatched you, boy. You showed that picture, boy. You was gone. You like get it off of that.
Hey, they got their long cut. They got their long cane out and pulled him stage left, didn't they?
hey, man, that wasn't that crazy, bro.
That was crazy.
Man, that was crazy, man. Hey,
I dropped the link in the chat. I don't know if it let it come through. I tried to drop it in there, but I have both of them, both PDF for both of you. I want the Josephus, War of the Jews, and Antiquity of the Jews. But if
All right, so with that being said, somebody want to do the shout out?
Let me see if you let me show. I'll do them.
Oh yeah, we'll be live tonight at 7:00, family. Thieves of Salvation. The early wicked church fathers.
Oh, and another thing, y'all. Before you do that, Eliyahu, my bad. The reason why we didn't have a lesson last night because we getting ready to start doing next month on the 1st and 3rd Shabbats of the month. We're getting ready to start doing in-person lessons on Shabbat morning. On the 1st and 3rd, we'll do in-person lessons. Order Melchizedek Tupelo will be doing those. And on the 2nd and 4th Shabbats, Brother Eliyahu and Yeti will be continuing their lesson as normal,
Yes,
as
sir.
usual. We're working on something to take that Friday night slot. We'll probably get Brother Mikael to move his segment to that Friday night. We got to talk about it. But that was the reason why we didn't have a Friday night class last night. It's really a blessing to everybody because it gives Brother Eliyahu and Yedidiah a little break on Shabbat mornings, and it gives us the opportunity to have a class where people can actually come and sit down and worship and fellowship together on Shabbat morning. On the 1st and 3rd, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be in Baldwin, Mississippi. Anybody that wants to come, we will send out the address. So y'all are welcome to come and worship with us. We encourage you to come and worship with us.
Yes, sir.
So all praise to the Most High. I just wanted to make that announcement. Go ahead, bro.
All praise to the Most High. The Most High is really doing some moving right now. All right, who we see? I'm gonna see if I can go to the top of the list. Shabbat shalom to all of y'all. Shabbat shalom to all of y'all. We're gonna start with Sister Veronica. Shabbat shalom to you, sis. Sis Antoinette. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Mother Mary. Shabbat shalom. Sis Shabbat shalom. Imam. Who else we got in here? Let me stroll on through. We got Tuve. Shabbat shalom to your Og, Most High Christ bless. MC to the X Project. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. We got Sister Arlene. Shabbat shalom to you. Shabbat shalom to you. Shadaria Yisrael or Yashrala. Shabbat shalom to you, sis. Shabbat shalom. Who else we got in here? Who we got? Sis Francesca. Shabbat shalom. I think I seen Brother Esaias. They came up in the building also earlier when I was looking at some of the comments. Y'all see that right there? That's Shemaiah 28. That's my little one right there. Shabbat shalom to my daughter. My rib came in there. Yisrael. Shabbat shalom to you. Shabbat shalom. Who else we had up in here? Kahalia Smith. Shabbat shalom to you, sis. Shabbat shalom. What else we see? Y'all know how we go. Sister Brenda Hill. I see you. Shabbat shalom. I'm not able to put them up on screen, but we got, like I said, we're working on some things over here as the Most High continue to bless us over here. Yeah, there go Brother Esaias. I know I saw him come in here. Shabbat shalom to y'all. Elder. And we got Warriors was in the building, dropping that knowledge in. Shabbat shalom to y'all. Who else we got? Who else do we have in here? I can't see. And I had dropped another one about them 12, the 12 rulers, had them in order of Rome, just in case y'all wanted to see those also. But I have all that. If y'all can just put the email address up and y'all can email the Order of Melchizedek, I'm going to pass all the information on over to them. And then anybody want to request of that Josephus, both books, War of the Jews and Antiquity of the Jews, I can send y'all that PDF so you can have it over there.
I want you brothers on this panel. We got to do a special broadcast on Thursday. I know I ain't talked to y'all about it behind the scene, but this Thursday broadcast will be current events. So I need you brothers to send me one video that you want to discuss on Thursday night at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
It's,
Brother,
and we're
what?
gonna bring out the biblical scriptures and break down what's going on in the earth through the scriptures off those videos. Go ahead, bro.
All praise, all praises. All praises. Brother Willie Garner, I see you in the building. Let me make sure I'm seeing new comments came up. Go Sister Jim. Don't want to forget about her. Shabbat shalom to you, sis. Shabbat shalom. Yeah, no matter how what Mikael say about you, I got your back, sis. It's all good. Shabbat shalom. Brother Black T.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You take it up for Sister Jim. Oh my gosh.
Shabbat shalom. But that's what I see, right? That's all I see. Most High in Christ bless each and every one of y'all. May the Most High continue to bless y'all and be with y'all through whatever the enemy try to send your way. May he continue to bless each and every one of y'all. Shabbat shalom to your family.
Here, O Israel, the call never died. From the south, the lost sheep rise. From Mississippi soil where the history haven't changed in the land, but the promise still steady. Names got taken, truth got buried, but the word still breathing, never went missing. Lost sheep scattered, still hear the tone. Shepherd calling, saying bring them home. Not a rumor, not a myth. Ancient bloodline covered in stitch, no crown on head, no throne in sight. But kings still walk when they live upright. Priests in order, hearts in check. Walking the path of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek. Hey, stand righteous, stand correct. No beginning, no end, we said. Walk in truth, no disrespect.
Order of Melchizedek.
Order of Melchizedek.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
Lost sheep found, hearts reset.
From Tupelo we represent.
From Tupelo we represent.
Israel rise.
Remember that.
Remember that. Not here for hate, not here for noise. Here to rebuild men, women, boys. From prison walls to broken homes. Still hear our voice through flesh and bone. Teach the law, apply the way. Faith works, lived every day. Not traditions handed down, but ancient past we walking now. 12 tribes breathing, still intact. Truth don't change, that's fact. Scattered warning.